speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, but we noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, and, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here.
What up, everyone? Welcome back to Financial Education and Business. Today is not about finances, it's not about business, it's about education. So I'm going to be covering the whole thing about Trump being shot. It's been crazy. I can't believe something like this happened, but I'm going to cover it, and let's see where this goes. Before I do all this, I want to kind of preface it this way. It's ridiculous how somebody could be so angry about someone that really doesn't really impact their life that much. Like, think about how much Trump actually, impacts this individual's life. Like, the individual can become and do whatever they want to do. And for some reason, for that individual to be so angry and to want to kill a person because they're angry at this person that is so far removed from them in so many levels, it's just crazy to me. But I just want to react to it and see where this goes. But kind of crazy news. I mean, I know there's been multiple assassinations that have happened in the past, but I didn't expect Trump to be on the list. So let's go.
The trajectory of the shooting, where the president was standing, where the victims were.
So I'm sure you've heard the story already, but I want to just quickly cover what is what. So Trump went to do a rally. There's about 15,000, maybe 20,000 people, something like that. And at this rally, obviously, Secret Service would go in, and before anybody shows up, they will scour the area to make sure what are the most vulnerable places from the stage where shooters will have, or people that are dangerous would want to do harm to the president, would have the best access in engaging in some kind of malicious intent. So Secret Service would go in and kind of clear and understand the area. So in this case, as you can see, here is where Trump was talking. Here are where some vulnerable places the Secret Service would kind of post up to just kind of have a good view of everything. And Trump was talking right here. They can see everything in this direction. Now, one thing they forgot in this whole thing is this building right here and this building. So they have 16,000 people, 15 to 20,000 people talking, and they have this building here. They got Secret Service on these buildings, but no Secret Service on this building. So if you're talking about scouring to make sure no one has direct access from a long range, this was I think they were saying about 150, maybe 160 yards away. Feet or yard, I think it's yards away. This is a direct access, right? This is a direct access to actually shooting the president, which is kind of crazy that this wasn't covered. But anyways, this is where the story starts. Trump is talking here. Here are the people. Here's the press. Here is where the shooter ended up, doing his thing.
And we know a shooter, or believe a shooter, climbed to the top of this rooftop, was not immediately visible from the Secret Service, which was positioned on top of this rooftop. We had counter snipers on this rooftop. We had people yelling at police over here that somebody with a rifle was climbing to the top of this building. And the Secret Service may not have been able to see the shooter until it was too late. But in the shooting that you're about to see, you're going to hear a lighter tinny pop, 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 followed by what sounds like a higher caliber bang with maybe an echo. We believe that was the counter shot from the Secret Service sniper team that then took out the shooter at the top of the building. I want to be clear, this is a disgusting failure on the part of the Secret Service. That one of the closest buildings to where the president was standing was not covered in this event. And even if Donald Trump frankly had protective glass in front of him, like he did during the January 6th speech he gave, he had protective glass in front of him.
Even if, yeah, exactly. If he had a protective glass in front of him, yes, it would be direct, right? But if somebody's above that protective glass, easy access.
This shot came from a side angle. It's unclear that this sort of glass. Oh my God.
Shot's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
I gotta say, who is this guy? He doesn't react at all. He is so confused, or he's so confused, or he is super high. What is? He doesn't even move.
Move his spear. Hold. When you're ready. On you. Ready. Move. Move. Go. Hawkeye's here. Hawkeye's here. Move to the spear. Spear, get ready. Spear, get ready. We ready? Shooter's down. Are we good? Shooter's down. Are we good to move? Clear.
Shooter down. Look at this guy. This guy finally sits down. This guy is tactical. Look at that. He has his the glasses. I'm sure that has some really cool gives him a really cool perspective of what's going on around him. He's ready to shoot someone.
We're clear. Let's move. We're clear. Come on.
So one thing is, if he was shot right like this, and he was talking right here, shouldn't someone be shot here? Wouldn't the bullet kind of go? I don't know. I'm imagining that there would be someone just screaming bloody murder because they just got shot. But let's see.
Let me get my shoes.
I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes, sir.
Hold that in your head. It's bloody.
So we got to move to the car. Let me get my shoes. Watch out.
This is where Trump appears to be chanting, fight, 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 and the rally erupts into a crowd right here. A few things to note in that clip there. When they say Hawkeye is here, they're referring to the tactical detail.
Sorry. What the hell is this? What is this? He just got shot. If there was a second person that was gonna shoot him, he has open access. Who's 5'2" individual is this? Like, what the heck is this? What kind of protection is this?
Hawkeye is here. They're referring to the
like, what the hell is she picking up? Why is she shorter than him? Like,
tactical detail responding. You can actually hear shooter down, clear. This is when they say, okay, let's move. Donald Trump stands up. He says, let me get my shoes. We're not entirely clear if that's some kind of code word or if he was legitimately concerned about his shoes, but he did.
I just want to pause. So he's talking here and no one was shot, huh? Interesting.
Ask for his shoes. And this is a very obviously dramatic video here. You got a lot of people over here with their showing middle fingers. to the press stand and the camera, very angrily screaming F you and flipping off either the cameras or as a way of saying to the shooter, F you. Donald Trump gets into his vehicle. We don't actually get an angle in this particular video.
Sorry. I want to show you this right here. If he got shot and if he wasn't facing the right way by inches, where do you think he would have gone? He would have been a vegetable. Like, that is insane. That is insane. Look at that. If he just faced a little bit more in one direction, he would have been a goner. That's just crazy to me.
Sniper team positioned on the building right behind Donald Trump. You can actually see that two of the counter sniper units are positioned in the direction of where we think the shooting came from. Now, we have an understanding based on a BBC interview of and some phone video of where the shooter was, that they may have been pre-alerted that the shooter or that somebody was prepared to shoot at Donald Trump. And take a look at this video. Now, it's not the best because unfortunately, the person with the camera rotates away. There's also an image now coming through that the second set of shots are immediately followed by what appears to be a higher caliber rifle responding to the threat and taking out the threat. Let's listen to this video.
So practically right now, hopefully you can see this. So this guy is right up here, right? He's on the slanted down side of this roof. He is, look at the direction he's looking. Trump is here. If Trump is facing that way, that means he's looking this way. This guy is looking at a further angle here, right at this building, right? Scoped in, looking right at the building from here to here. I don't know which building is higher, but I think this goes downhill, I believe. So they could have definitely seen him. It seems like they could have definitely seen this guy right here. If this was a flat roof and I'm standing here and it's already downhill, I think they could have seen him, but I digress.
Here.
Took over, and look what.
I just gotta say, listen to this and listen to who says what they say. Listen to this. What are we doing? Are you serious? What are we doing? That is the last thing I want to hear when you're pounced on the president, keeping him down. That you don't know what you're doing, and you're a Secret Service. I don't know. I think everybody has a protocol, and I'm sure the government has specific procedures they have to follow when something like this happens. What are you talking about? What are we doing?
So again, I believe you had 3 shots fired from the shooter. The Secret Service sort of jolts like, oh my gosh, like we're getting shot at. Then they hone of that shooter being cuffed. You could see him being handcuffed right here. So you've got 3, looks like 2.
You're gonna handcuff a dead man. Okay.
2 officers and 2, National Guardsmen or whatever from the security detail here on the roof with that individual. This is what I posted on X. So this is approximately 506 Evans City Road in Butler, Pennsylvania. We believe Donald Trump's positioning was right about here where I've placed this pin. Or something, but let's listen in.
Someone who was here, you weren't inside the event, nope, but you were just outside. Tell us what you saw.
So we had a party here all day. You can see behind us at the Brinkles Farming Greenhouse here. We had a party. And we all decided, hey, when we hear Trump up there, we're going to walk up through the field, stand by the trees out there under the shade and watch and listen to the rally, right? We couldn't see them, but we could hear them. So we walked up.
I just gotta say, something that's kind of crazy is that he said, oh, we just walked through the trees and just sat outside. So these people didn't actually have to go through a gate, get checked or anything. So the area that they are at is not really a checkpoint for them to be part of the rally. They were just like on the outskirts kind of listening. And so if anyone is going to have a malicious intent, it's going to be right on the outskirts and trying to do something to impact this whole event. So somebody that's going to do something horrible isn't going to bring the weapon in, right? Because if they can do the same damage from, a mile away, they would do it. But in this case, as you can see, this person was right outside, probably 150 yards away from the president, and did not get checked, and there was no protection.
In probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking, I'm estimating here, I have no idea, but we noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with a rifle, absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof, we can see him from right here. We see him,
That is insane. Because usually what happens, the first thing that police officer should have just picked up the radio and said, hey, there's somebody out here with a gun. There's a report out here, there's a man with a gun crawling up the roof over here on the west end of Trump, where Trump is. Obviously, they can easily, they have a channel where they can all speak on for this specific event. That would be a high level emergency, especially when someone is saying a gun crawling on a roof with a gun. That is insane. Trump has he's played all his cards, right? He's gotten the warnings, they've gone after his family, they've tried to take all his money. That didn't work, and now he's running for president. He won, and he's doing it again. They said not again. They're trying to kill him. There's a lot more to this than I know, but definitely there is some kind of setup. I'm not gonna say how, what, who did what, but I know there's definitely bigger people in play in this, in controlling how this scenario is playing out. And at the end of the day, I think we're not gonna hear anything about this guy that shot him. It's nothing. But here is Tucker Carlson just quickly covering some of the realities of what happens when you play around with the government.
Made fun of, for example, Tucker Carlson for predicting this, but listen to this for a moment.
What do you think the future holds? Is it...
I don't know.
I mean, are they going to let Trump be president?
No, of course. I mean, look, if, they protested him, they called him names. He won anyway. They impeached him twice on ridiculous pretenses. They fabricated a lot about what happened on January 6th in order to impeach him again. It didn't work. He came back, then they indicted him. It didn't work. He became more popular. Then they indicted him 3 more times, and every single time his popularity rose. So if you begin with criticism, then you go to protest, then you go to impeachment, now you go to indictment, and none of them work. What's next? I mean, graph it out, man. We're speeding toward assassination, obviously, and no one will say that, but I don't know how you can reach that conclusion. You know what I mean?
There it is. We're speeding towards assassination.
and that is insane. You know, it seems like it's kind of true. I mean, at least you see, we're at that point where we did get to the assassination point. But I want to just quickly show you this video here. 6:03, the event happens.
MAGA means Make America Great Again, Joe.
That is insane. Here you have it. There's that video of him being carried off the stage, the podium where he was shot. Here's a quick video of the 30% DEI hire. So I want to quickly show you this video here where the Secret Service is focused on 30% DEI hire. So there's a report that said the Secret Service goal is 30% women by 2030. Like when I just showed you the last video, you would have seen that the woman that was kind of trying to protect the president was not doing a very good job. She was not as tall. She didn't seem as strong. But look, let's watch this. Trying to put it kind of away, can't, doesn't know how, confused. Oh wait. Oh, do I go this way? Oh wait. Okay, I'll stay. Wait. Should we? Oh wait, I'll go. Oh, okay, let's go. Does this look organized to you? And do you want them to be protecting you? That is insane. Here's divine intervention where, if Trump wasn't turned just this much more, he was turned a little bit more in any other direction, it would have been more than ear piercing. It would have been insane. Here's this video of Candace Owen just going off, thinking that there might be more to this. There might be more to this than what meets the eye. So let's go ahead and watch it real quick.
Have got to be kidding me. Let me say something right now. Take this to the bank, okay? That person was allowed to scale that roof, okay? I am not some individual who's trying to assess the situation and had never been around the President of the United States. While Trump was in office, okay, I was around him a lot. And let me tell you something. The Secret Service, there is no person that can get around the perimeter of the Secret Service where Donald Trump is without them being aware of it. I am not kidding when I say that my husband once almost got shot by the Secret Service because he came down a staircase. I was speaking at the NRA, and he snaked in and came down. And they didn't know who he was, and they were like, freeze, like, we will shoot you right now. So you're telling me that guy walked up and was trying to get the attention, and the Secret Service saw him, and he's pointing, and he's saying, this guy's got a gun, and they're pretending they don't know what's going on? I mean, am I crazy? Do you guys actually believe this was a failure in intelligence? All of these Secret Service agents crawling around, and you don't think just what that guy said, that is common sense, okay? They're trying to now tell us that common sense is a conspiracy. That is the new thing that they're trying to tell the public. Common sense is a conspiracy. You're telling me this guy was able to walk up with a rifle in his hand and scale a roof, and you don't think the Secret Service, and let me tell you, they get there days before. Let me tell you how a security apparatus is supposed to run. Days before, they get in and they look at every possible angle in which somebody could hurt the president, okay? And I'm not even talking about once you get to the Secret Service. I'm talking about if you just have security in general. Before you speak, they will go, hey, this is the stage? Okay, let me tell you, that right there is a problem. They'll mark that as a spot. That right there is a problem. That part, we need to know who this person is. They'll knock on doors, okay? They got to figure out every possible angle that any individual could potentially get on a roof, because you know what? This has happened in the past. People have been shot from roofs. People have been shot from windows. There was a 0% chance that some random person with a rifle was able to scale a roof, unless there was just an unbelievable failure in intelligence. And you want to know why it's unbelievable? Because I don't effing believe it. I don't believe it. I want the names of the Secret Service agents that allowed this remarkable security failure to go down. Because I don't believe this. I'm done with this. I don't believe this, not for 1 second. Having been around the president, having literally almost watched my husband get shot because he came down the wrong set of stairs at the NRA, screaming at him. And I jump in front of someone like, don't shoot him, that's my husband. And you're telling me they knew he was gonna speak and they weren't worried about the roofs? A roof with an angle to shoot the president. This guy says 50 yards away. He watched this. You have got...
That's insane. And there you go. Candace doesn't lie, man. She is always on point. And I have to kind of cover this. Like, when this whole event happened, look how a lot of the Washington Post, NBC, ABC News, CNN. Look at the header. Look how they're covering this. If you saw this, would you think there was a shooting that happened? Trump escorted away after loud noise. Trump removed from stage after loud noise. It's not just a loud noise. That is insane. This is why you have to always get your news outside of the mainstream media. This is exactly why. And because they obviously want to feed you a narrative. A while back, here's that same kid that shot the gun. They believe it's the same person. He's out here screaming, cut the necks of Republicans. He's literally out here screaming that in public. Let's listen. He's out here screaming, "Slay the fascist throats." He is already indicating hatred here. And the fact that he's like this in public, and no one in Secret Service or in the FBI was keeping a close eye on a person like this is insane to me. If you're gonna hate someone, especially somebody that's a million times removed from you, you should start checking yourself internally and not go out there and trying to take it out on somebody else. Sometimes it's just good to just remove yourself from social media, remove yourself from whatever is triggering you to become to want to harm yourself or harm people, rather than actually taking action and harming others around you. So that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, if you like this kind of, if you like this channel, what I've been speaking about on this channel, make sure you give it a like, subscribe, and leave a comment down there to just show if this is maybe even more than that is politically targeting. targeting, if this is, or just much ado about nothing, if you think this gives Trump a win practically. Whatever it is, go and leave it in the comment. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day.